Hey guys, it is Epic Gaming Hub here, and today we're going to be doing our first Scratch tutorial. And if you don't know, Scratch is a coding language that is for all ages and is free to use. Sadly, you need an account for it. I'll leave the link in the description below. I also have a project I'd love to share with you. The link for that will also be in the description below. And let's get started. So let's create a project, and I just want you to see the basics. Sorry for the lag here. And okay, so as you can see, this is what your screen will look like when you start. So you'll have a cat-like character in the middle, and you have a flag and a stop sign. The flag is to start the code or to start your project, and the stop sign is to stop. This is to zoom in or zoom out, and let's just call this YouTube demo. So let's call it that. And let's just go over all of these. So there are a lot of kinds of blocks or coding languages. So if you've ever seen anyone code, it's you usually have to type it, but in this case it's already typed up for you. So what you need to do is put the codes into the right place, and yeah. But if you want to make your own code, then you can make a block, but that's complicated stuff that we will move on to later. So when flag clicked, how should I say this? So if you do when flag clicked, you hide. Then when you start the program, your character will hide, like that. If you do when flag clicked show, it will show. So those are some of the basics. I just wanted to do that to show you what flag clicked meant, and that will be showing you just how. That's kind of like if you were to. Okay, let's say it's controls for a game. So if you let's say press I, then I ask what's your name and wait. So let's press the flag and then press I. Okay. So let's take out that. So these are all the programs that you start with. So that is flag. So we already went over that. That is the controls. That is when you click this bright, like this. Now that wouldn't be the controls in an average game. Hold on, let's reset the position. 0. Okay. So that's like saying when this bright clicked, you play the sound meow. Actually, let's do play sound meow until done. So let's do that, and let's click on it. And that's what happens. So let's take that out. And, well, yeah. Okay. So we can also do when backdrop switches, but that's some stuff we'll get into later. That's also stuff we'll get into later. And we might do this in another video, messages, but let's not focus on that right now. So these are the motion blocks, and that determines where your character will be. So let's say you want it to be at this position for the entire game. So you make sure it's in the position you want it to be. In this case, it's X0, Y0. Then you take a forever block. Forever obviously meaning that it's going to happen for the whole game or for the whole project. It will stay in that position. Like that. So let's take that out. And these control how or when something happens. So this controls you'll wait 1 second. And the other ones are similar to the forever blocks. So repeat 10, that's like the forever block, but you only do it for a certain amount of times. That's why it says repeat then. And then if then, we'll get into that later. And repeat until, that's when you can choose a time where you stop everything, like when it doesn't repeat anymore. But and how you decide it, we'll get into that in another video. That stops the video. That's a clone. We won't go into that too much. This is the look, so hiding, showing, switcher, and we'll go into costumes and backdrops in a second. And you can also enable it to say stuff like you can think you could enable it to say things like this, like that. And the color stuff, that's really complicated. We'll go into that in a second. So costumes, it's basically different kinds of, like, it's basically what you would think of a costume is in real life. It's different clothes you wear. So let's say I were to create a new costume. Let's say this girl. Now let's go back to the cat. And let's say when the game is started, I have to wait 1 second, and it will switch. The costume will be the girl. So wait 1 second, ba-boom. There's one piece of code. So let's switch the costume back to the first one. Okay, that's better. And so if you're making a game, one of the most useful you're probably wondering, how do I make my character move? So one way to do that is when flag clicked, do that. And then we'll go into that in another video. There's another way you can do this, but we won't go into that today. It's a little complicated. So for now, you just select the key that you press. In this case, it's the right arrow, let's say. You would go to motion, and you would do change X by 10. Well, since you're going right, it would be change X by 10. Yeah, positive. Because look what happens. It's moving to the right. So if you press the right arrow, it'll do that. But then you want it to move in other directions. So you go back to when blank key pressed, and you do left arrow, and if positive 10 is making it go right, you want to make it go to the left, you're going to have to do change X by negative 10. Negative 10. And let's go back here. But you want it to move, so let's just do an example. Okay, so let's make it go back to the original. So now you also want to make it go up and down. So let's go back to the when blank key pressed, and let's select up arrow. And since X is going right to left, let's do Y. And up is positive. So if you want it to go up, then you have to do positive 10. And if you want it to go down, select down arrow and do change Y by negative 10. It's negative 10 because it's the opposite. You want it to do the opposite, is go up. And there you go. You now have a pretty moving character. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope this tutorial helped you and you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching and have a great day.